Seca, dignitaries, graduating class, ladies and gentlemen, the 46th commencement ceremonies at Middlesex City College are now in session. Would you please stand for the national anthem and invocation? Color guard, present arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ready, shoot, post the colors. What? Arms. Right. Face. Forward. Up. Up. Left. Right. Order. Up.
Please be seated. Commencement, a beginning. We could as well be celebrating closure, an end of sorts. It is both that bring us together on this afternoon of milestones and memories, celebration and anticipation. In the spirit of blessing and benediction, please join hands with those sitting next to you. As we mark this passage in lives young and seasoned, may we do so attuned to community, community that is the very soul force of this institution. In the words of Margaret Wheatley, there is no power greater than a community discovering what it cares about. So it is that Middlesex Community College invites us all to discover what we care about. Such discovery is the journey of a lifetime. May all assembled as graduates tend to what you care about profoundly. Beyond the call of jobs, continued and hoped for, beyond the seduction of stuff and the siren song of desiring so much of it, beyond a mindless disregard for this fragile planet of which we are a part, beyond the tempting privilege and inevitable oppression accompanying how we identify and are identified, and beyond the boundaries of our expectations. May we open our hearts and minds, may we loosen our imaginations, may we stretch our souls into what is possible that is also caring and compassionate. In the spirit of blessing and benediction, may the spirit of life be with us. May the spirit of lifelong inquiry move within us and through us, and remind us of the achievements we mark today and those who have nurtured our journeys. May we honor what lies ahead with mindfulness, justice, compassion, and friendship, for these are the lives we are given. Let us celebrate the miracle that it is so. Amen.
Well, welcome to the families and friends of the class of 2013. Welcome to the faculty and staff. Welcome one and all. Tonight we gather to celebrate the accomplishments of our students and to graduate them in the formal time-honored tradition of conferring academic degrees. We gather here on our beautiful campus in a grove defined by these stately pines as one community united in support of our graduates. And we gather on what has turned out to be a very hot and humid day. The National Weather Service says that a Bermuda high dominates our weather tonight. But imagine instead that what is creating all this heat and humidity is the energy field that happens when so many college graduates assemble in one place. Graduates, you give us faith that there is a bright and sunny future for this world. And to all of you gathered here tonight, I promise you there is a cooler future awaiting all of us in Chapman Hall, directly following these commencement exercises. I hope you will all join us there to cool down and to celebrate. Now, to the class of 2013, I say congratulations. You have spent a short portion of what will be your long lives here with us at Middlesex Community College. I hope you will remember this time as a period of intense discovery. At the Temple of Apollo in Delphi, which is a city in Greece, a piece of advice from the oracle was carved into the stone. It said, "Know thyself." Knowing yourself fully and deeply awakens you to what is true and significant about the complex world in which we all live. This is hard work, lifelong work, just as learning is hard and is never fully finished. During the short time that you've been a student here at Middlesex, we have done our best to challenge you to form a strong and positive sense of yourself. We have helped guide you on a path to success and happiness. And we have taught you what we know in the hopes that this will be a foundation on which you will build for the rest of your lives. Now it falls to you to take what you've learned here and to flourish in your lives and in your work. Thomas Jefferson believed that the mission of a college was to impart useful knowledge to future leaders. Be mindful of the interconnectedness of each and every member of the human community and of the interconnectedness of humankind and the natural world that supports us every second, every minute of our lives. Use the skills and knowledge you have learned, the habits of mind you have formed, and especially your moral compass to chart your course into the future. For where you all go, so go we all. I want to recognize the contributions first of the marvelous committee who organized graduation this year, and then, of course, the faculty and staff of Middlesex Community College. All of us celebrate the higher purpose that we serve by creating the college that you experienced. We know you will make us proud to have had a hand in preparing you for a life of significance in your community, among your friends, your coworkers, your family members, and your neighbors. And I also want to acknowledge just these people for supporting you throughout your college career. None of us gets to where we are without the help of others. So let's all applaud the members of your community who helped you stay the course. Yeah. This year we have 319 students graduating. Of that group, 210 are women and 109 are men. Yeah, let's hear it. The youngest graduates are 19. Oh, I better not do that. All right. The youngest graduates are 19, and our oldest graduate is 76 years old. All right. Yes. Isn't that wonderful? Our most persistent student started in 1969. This student went to school here from 1969 to 1971, and then returned in 2011 to finish the degree. I have to say, I regret that we do not have a formal award for persistence, because it's a praiseworthy virtue, and I salute this most persistent of students. Yeah, I hope that person is here. This year we have 13 graduates who are veterans. We have 2 sisters with the same first and last name. And finally, among our graduates are 8 international students. Many, many congratulations to each and every one of you, members of the class of 2013. Yes, we can applaud. This is a great night. I'm a little too tall for this microphone, though, so I have to say. I have to feel like I have to squash down here and talk into it. But now I'm going to move on to the program. Tonight we are honored to be joined by community leaders who are here to congratulate you on your graduation from Middlesex Community College. Your program, you might note, or you might not note, has a layout error. And so we have Kevin Wilhelm listed as the chair of the REG. He's actually the chair of the Regional Advisory Board, but it somehow slipped over to the left-hand side of the page. And then you'll see the others. Kevin will start, and they'll each come up and give you their best wishes.
Good evening. I bring you the warmest of wishes on behalf of the Regional Advisory Council. We're so excited at the opportunities that lie ahead for each and every one of you. We are even more excited that many of you are from the greater Middletown and greater Meriden region. We love the fact that many of you will stay right here in the community and accomplish great things. Congratulations, graduates.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Senator Blumenthal, President Wasesha, guests, family members, distinguished faculty, and the class of 2013. Congratulations. I'm Mayor Dan Drew of Middletown, and not the 19-year-old graduate that President Wasesha spoke about. But congratulations to whoever you are. Napoleon Hill, famous author, no relation to the notorious French emperor, said, "Great achievement is usually accompanied by great sacrifice." And I don't need to tell you that, because you have worked so hard to earn this significant achievement that you're walking off the stage with tonight. your families have sacrificed, you have sacrificed, and you're leaving and entering a world full of turmoil, a world filled with difficulties. But it imparts great hope when you look out at this crowd of graduates and you see that you're leaving an institution, an extraordinary institution that's given you the tools and the knowledge that you need to go out into the world and to tackle those problems. And I know that you're equal to the task. I wish you all the very best, and on behalf of the City of Middletown, congratulations and God bless you.
Good evening, distinguished guests, the graduates and your families. I'm Mayor Mike Rohde from Meriden, and I'm here to congratulate each and every one of you on your great accomplishment this evening. I'm also particularly proud as Mayor of Meriden to have the largest contingent of students from Meriden. Let's hear a shout out for our Meriden here today. You all have a bright future ahead of you. It's a big step you're taking today, but it's only a step toward your lifelong learning. So I wish you all the best, and congratulations to you and your families. Keep up the great work.
You think you had a problem with this mic? I got a big problem here. My name is Craig Lapp, and I'm with the Connecticut Board of Regents for Higher Education. I first want to just say that I'm honored to be here to represent the Board of Regents, and that I want to bring our greetings and our congratulations to the class of 2013. It's worth noting that, and I think some of the other speakers have kind of said this, that others have helped you get here. Obviously, your family and friends have supported you throughout your lives. You've gone to preparatory schools to get here, and the outstanding faculty and staff at Middlesex have certainly challenged you and brought you to where you are today. But today's about you. It is a commencement, which means that we're celebrating the beginning of your careers. Middlesex has helped prepare you for the work in the 21st century and the unknown challenges that lie ahead. We know that overwhelmingly most of you are from Connecticut, and you're going to stay in Connecticut, and that makes you a very precious commodity to our state. So I challenge you today to continue on your journey today, building a better and stronger Connecticut, and to pursue your personal dreams. Thanks for having me, and congratulations.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Stephen Minkler, Academic Dean here at Middlesex, and I'm happy to be here with you to celebrate the achievements of each and everyone in the class of 2013. So give yourselves a nice big round of applause. As part of tonight's ceremony, you'll meet several students who are among the highest academic achievers in your graduating class. It's the tradition at many colleges to recognize one graduate each year as the class valedictorian. The valedictorian is the student who has achieved the highest grade point average in the class and who has earned most or all of their credits at the college they're graduating from. But guess what? The class of 2013 has not one, but two valedictorians. Both of these graduates have identical GPAs of 3.98 out of 4.0. Both have completed all of their credits at Middlesex. Both of them are high achievers, and both have stories which speak to the resilience and perseverance of so many community college students. So first, may I ask Paul Godelski of Meriden to please step forward. Tonight, Paul receives his associate degree in general studies. In the 1970s, Paul received a GED and went straight into the workforce. Then in 1986, he was diagnosed as HIV positive, and within a decade, his health deteriorated to the point where he was diagnosed with AIDS. Paul began taking courses at MXCC in 2008 at a time he described as the lowest point of my life. Though he survived AIDS, he was depressed, isolated, unsure, and skeptical. He said that he had an attitude about college and higher education in general. His experience at MXCC would change all of that. He slowly took a couple of courses, then upped his schedule, and began working part-time on campus as an English tutor. Paul told me that in many ways, MXCC saved my life. He looked forward to heading out to his nighttime classes, doing homework, and achieving academic success when his life seemed full of disappointment, hardship, and challenge. He says he entered college without confidence or high self-esteem, but college, Middlesex Community College, gave him the opportunity to excel, succeed, and grow. Paul, on behalf of the faculty, staff, administration, and your classmates, I wish you all the best in your future and congratulate you on being named one of 2 valedictorians of the class of 2013. Now, may I ask Dorota Kulkowski of Newington to please step forward. Dorota. Tonight, Dorota receives her associate degree in business administration. She was born and raised in Poland and immigrated to the United States in 1989 at the age of 21. In 1991, she came to MXCC with the hopes of studying English as a second language. She found the first class so difficult that she never completed it. She put her school plans on hold. She got married, started a family, and along the way learned English all on her own. Fast forwarding 18 years, her daughter was in middle school and she decided to give her college career another try. Despite learning English on her own, Dorota placed right into English 101, her first and most challenging class. After the first session, she panicked and she told Professor Floridia that she didn't have any formal education in English, nor had she read any of the books that others read in high school. She told me that Professor Floridia looked at her and said, "If you do your work, I don't see why you should fail." She went home, talked to her family about her reservations, and she kind of wanted to give up. Her daughter said, "Mom, you're not a quitter." And her niece challenged her by saying, "What kind of example are you trying to set for your daughter?" So she decided to stay in class and do her best. She worked hard, completing that English composition class and 18 other classes with straight A's. Dorota says she received incredible support from her instructors, but her biggest supporters are her husband, daughter, sister, and other family members who gave her love, empathy, and encouragement, which are all greatly appreciated. She plans to continue her education and obtain a bachelor's degree in either business administration or accounting. So Dorota, on behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration, and your classmates, I congratulate you on being named the second of 2 valedictorians of the class of 2013.
Good evening, families, graduates, guests. I'm Adrienne Maslin. I'm the Dean of Students at Middlesex Community College. And I too want to wish all of our wonderful 2013 graduates much success. We're very, very proud of you. It is also my privilege tonight to introduce to you Samantha Corsini. Samantha is representing the student body and will bring remarks and greetings to you all. She is a general studies major who will be continuing her education at Central Connecticut State University this fall. At Central, she plans to major in environmental studies and minor in film studies. She has been active at Middlesex with, among other things, serving as secretary to the Student Senate. So please welcome Samantha Corsini.
Hi, everyone. President Wasesha, Senator Blumenthal, distinguished platform party, families, friends, and fellow graduates. Anyone who knew me in the past would be shocked to see me up here today, delivering the commencement speech to my fellow graduating classmates and their loved ones. At my high school graduation ceremony, after everyone had received their diplomas, the principal made the closing remark that 99.9% of the graduating class would be continuing on to higher education. I couldn't help but to feel insulted. I was the 0.1%. I didn't have the best of experiences in my college preparatory high school. the pledge of molding girls into young women, along with the promise of flourishing at the institution, didn't hold much truth in my case. I struggled to get through the course of those 8 long semesters and felt it was rational that upon graduating, I should stay away from a comfortable classroom and a set curriculum. The looming disappointment that my mother and father felt didn't alter my decision. At 18 years old, any advice offered to me was taken with a grain of salt. I knew the ways of the world, and everyone else was only holding me back. Determined to take different means of education into my own hands, I accomplished great things in the early months. I worked on films, interned for a production company. I had moved to Maine and wrote, directed, and edited 2 of my own films. But time continued, and with only a high school diploma, working minimum wage every day at a job with less than perfect conditions, I realized that my life had become as routine as I tried to avoid. I wasn't bettering myself. I had no means to do so. I had no money, no resources, and was no longer expanding my mind. I was lucky that I still had the option to go back to school, and I chose to attend Middlesex. The college has contributed to much of my growth and further developed my passions. It has also opened my eyes to subjects and ideas that had never been of interest to me before. And through their flexible curriculum, I have been able to explore these topics. It has also been very clear to me that the faculty have a passion for what they're teaching and go beyond the conventional lesson plan to extend their love of the subject to each of us in the classroom, an experience I noticed to reoccur each semester. For example, one specific science course, which I had gone into hesitantly because of my past dislike of science, changed a lot of my future goals and aspirations. My environmental science class was taught by Professor Christine Wachowski. Her thorough knowledge of all topics discussed and the genuine passion behind advocating for the environment through education versus preaching altered my mind. Through later one-on-one discussions, Professor Wachowski provided me with information that also told me about all of the various jobs in the environmental field that incorporate film, which was perfect for me. During the first semester of my second year, I heard of the Connecticut Legislative Internship Program and found out more information through Professor Ted Lincoln, the advisor. Though never having been involved in any sort of politics, he took my interest seriously, and although most other applicants were his students, and I was not, he genuinely took the time to aid me in the application process just as he had with others. Some weeks after submitting all of the necessary forms, I received the great news that I had been accepted into the program and served as Representative Linda Gentile's intern for the Environmental Committee. These are only 2 of my numerous exceptional encounters with professors, as I also had with advisors and my fellow classmates. Alongside of all of what my education entailed at Middlesex, my parents are one of the largest contributing factors to my success. Over the last 4 years, despite how hard the various trials I have faced weighed on their minds, my mother and father have been so genuine in their support. In closing, I am confident that through taking advantage of the education and resources Middlesex has offered, each of us will be successful in the paths we have chosen, and thus I wish everyone the best. Thank you.
The Distinguished Service Award is presented to a community member or community organization to recognize their active support of Middlesex Community College. These friends of the college are important partners to us. They help us connect faculty, staff, and students with the local community, work with us on special projects and initiatives, and talk up the college to others. They are some of the best and most vocal supporters of the college of our community. At this time, I'd like to ask Nancy Jordan to join me at the podium. Nancy? By way of introduction, Nancy is a board member of the Middlesex Institute for Lifelong Education, MILE, as we call it. MILE was established in 1993 to provide stimulating educational experiences for adults age 50 and older. Sponsored by the college, MILE is an all-volunteer, nonprofit organization which offers expert-led lectures on campus and interesting field trips to many different locations. Program topics range from history to literature, science, travel, art, computers, and much more. Many faculty and staff teach MILE programs and describe their experiences as personally gratifying to them. Over the past 20 years, MILE's membership has grown from an original group of 97 to 336, and its programs have tripled from 20 to more than 60. MILE's members come from a wide geographical radius of over 30 municipalities, from South Windsor to Old Lyme, Bristol to Marlborough, and yes, Middletown and Meriden. MILE members are fully engaged in the life of the college. They are visible at many events and participate at all of the college's standing committee meetings. And for example, Nancy is MILE's representative to the President's Committee on Diversity. MILE also contributes 30% of its membership dues to the college and awards several $500 scholarships to Middlesex students. Perhaps some of you were MILE scholarship winners. Nancy, on behalf of the faculty, staff, and students of Middlesex Community College, I am proud to present MILE with the 2013 Distinguished Service Award. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dean Minkler. It's a very great honor for MILE to receive this fabulous award and for me to accept it on behalf of our chairman, Joseph Soya, our vice chair, Elizabeth Tishio, our advisory board, and all of the 336 members of MILE, the Middlesex Institute for Lifelong Education. This award is particularly significant for our organization, coming as it does in this 20th anniversary of our founding. Back in 1993, as Dean Minkler said, we began with just 97 members, and we now have close to 350 from 30 or more different municipalities in a wide geographical area. More and more people are realizing that education certainly doesn't stop with graduation at any level, whether it's high school or PhD. It doesn't stop with learning in our employment years. It continues on into retirement and indeed all through our lives. Thanks to the sponsorship and support of Middlesex Community College over the past 20 years, our members have had the opportunity to pursue their desire and indeed their need to be lifelong learners, to know and always to grow. We are particularly grateful to President Wasesha and to the administration of this wonderful college for your enduring and enthusiastic support of MILE. To so many of the faculty, I see them out here tonight, many of my friends among the faculty, who have given most generously of your time and your vast knowledge to present such outstanding programs for us, and also to the clerical and the maintenance staff for all of your very valuable assistance too. We thank you very much for this award, and most especially for your ongoing partnership with MILE and your wholehearted commitment to its success. Now, as we begin our 21st year, we look forward to many more, not just years, but decades of being an integral, vital, and growing part of the community of this fabulous college. Thank you ever so much, and heartiest congratulations from all of us lifelong learners at MILE to all of you who I know will be learning also, all through your lives, you, the graduates of the class of 2013. Thank you.
Well, now I have the wonderful privilege of conferring an honorary degree. And we're going to give that honorary degree this year to Hugh Cox, who is the parent of 2 Middlesex alums. He is the former trustee of the Connecticut Community College's Board of Trustees, and he's currently a member of our own college's Regional Advisory Council. A stalwart supporter of all of Connecticut's community colleges, and especially of this one, Hugh has always gone the extra mile to ensure that our commitment to open access and to the success of our students never flagged. Over his lifetime, Hugh has drawn upon his vast inner resources to make a real difference in the world. He's attended countless meetings, made millions of phone calls, read piles and piles of reports, talked to everyone about what he knew, and advocated for what he believed was right. I'm sure that he dedicated himself to this important work for many different reasons, but the one I want to recognize tonight is this: that our country's community colleges are a powerful instrument for realizing the American dream of freedom, justice, and equality for all. Each and every one of us needs to pull in the direction of achieving that dream, because democracy, as we all know, is not a spectator sport. Hugh Cox has been a tireless volunteer, an engaged and engaging citizen, an advocate for what is right and good, a true American. We can learn a huge amount from his example. Tonight we award him this honorary degree in part to acknowledge all of his hard work on behalf of all of Connecticut's community colleges, and especially on behalf of Middlesex Community College, and in part to express our love and affection for this great man. Hugh? I want to give you this award. I know you're going to make some remarks, and I also have something else for you. Your laurel.
Well, I'm honored to be placed in this emeritus category. It's been something a little over 40 years that I've been supporting Connecticut community college system. I had many more things to say, but I think they've already been said. But I would like to end my part of the talks with a thank you from all of us to President Waseka, who has done a fabulous job at this school. She's already starting her third year and doing a very good job of it. So let's all give another.
Thank you.
And you have to be glad that I didn't say all of it.
I will be glad. All right, now we have something that's not on the program. So first we had a little bit of a layout error, and now I'm going to insert something into the program, and that is the conferral of emeritus status on Greg Horn. Greg, you might want to come up here where you are. There he is. He's going to come up and stand next to me, I hope. He's the Grand Marshal, as you all know, because he has the most senior status of any faculty member here at the college. And at the end of this year, now, he's retiring after 41 years. Yes, it's true. So, first I have to give you a laurel, so you can rest on it now. There you go. Lovely. Emeritus status is a special recognition granted to retiring employees who have distinguished themselves in providing meritorious service over the course of their career at the college. Professor Horn has been teaching here at Middlesex since the fall of 1971. That's a very long time ago, 41 years. And over that period of time, we estimate he's touched the lives of perhaps 10,000 students, which is remarkable, isn't it? He's taught every level of psychology course we offer. I'm guessing many of you in the audience have taken some of those. And he's taught several upper-level sociology courses as well. He served as the program coordinator for the Human Services program for over 20 years, and he really built it into what it is today. Our mission statement here at Middlesex begins with the statement, in everything that we do, we strive to be the college of our community. Greg Horn is the definition of what that powerful statement means. Over the course of his career, he's established internships and partnerships with over 150 agencies in Middlesex County and the Meriden-Wallingford area. He served on the founding boards of several agencies that here in Middletown we've come to think of as pillars of the social service community. For example, the Connection. And right now he's still serving on boards. He's on the board of the Nehemiah Housing Project, housing organization, the Middlesex Interagency Council, and the Middlesex County Substance Abuse Action Council. Greg's also been an active member of our internal MXCC community. He served on the same millions of committees that Hugh Cox served on. And I think we all want to acknowledge that it's important work. Everything that is important happens at meetings. He's been active in planning and implementing college-wide student assessment, and he's chaired our so I would like to have you all join me in applauding Professor Horn, who will now change from being a full professor at Middlesex Community College to an emeritus professor. Many congratulations on your new status. You can wear it. You can keep that. And now Nick Reyna is going to come up and read a poem for us.
Hi everyone, my name is Nicholas Reyna, and I am currently the Creative Writing Club president here at MXCC. This school has given us all so much. A place to study, a place to learn, even a place to hang out and chat over some food, so. But what this college has given to me more than anything else is infinite inspiration, especially for my poetry. Due to the wonders of the school, I have written this poem, and it is a great honor for me to read it today. Essence of Existence, my ode to MXCC. So this is the place that I chose to write, and what seen makes me proud and impressive is apparent. A place of thought and heart, where productive calamity procures the calm. Experiences gained by becoming learned, and we with this together are more in existence, simply expanding. Where architecture is divine, and the scenery makes butterflies look like falcons. Oh, how much this place I cherish. Thank you.
Nick is too young to remember what happened to Robert Frost at John F. Kennedy's inauguration, but the same thing happened. The poem blew off the podium, and you did a great job recovering, Nick. I have the amazing privilege of introducing our commencement speaker for the graduation of Middlesex Community College's class of 2013. The senior senator from Connecticut, Senator Richard Blumenthal, is here with us tonight. I'm so sure that you will remember everything he has to say, and I welcome him to the podium. Please join me in welcoming him.
Thank you so much. What a great introduction. I'm so glad that I got the introduction. Otherwise, you might have assumed that I was the 76-year-old graduate. I am really excited and honored to be with you tonight. And I have to say, looking out at this wonderful picture, it is truly worth 1,000 of my words. It is a story of personal accomplishment for each one of you, a story of great future and opportunity for each one of you. And I want to offer every one of you my heartfelt congratulations, and particularly to thank your parents and family and loved ones and friends who are here tonight, because I know you would agree you couldn't have done it without them. And they deserve a round of applause. Thank you to all of you who are here tonight. A special congratulations to all of you who have achieved this milestone while holding down full or part-time jobs or acting as a caregiver to children or loved ones, and a special recognition to all of you who are veterans of our United States military. Would all of you who are here tonight in the audience or among the graduates, please raise your hand if you are a veteran so that we can tell you how much we appreciate your service. Thank you. Thank you. One thing I've learned about your generation is, and I've learned it from my own children who are about your age, you reject the notion of fitting into one mold or one preset pattern. You're trailblazers and ceiling breakers. And I kind of like the address, and I want to thank you for allowing me to give it Madam President. And I hope that maybe among you will be another Madam President, maybe of the United States, not just of Middlesex Community College, and of great corporations and institutions, because we need your service. Now, I just want to tell you, before we hand you the keys, so to speak, the keys to the car, the keys to the house, I ask you to enter into a compact. It's a compact that has existed for generations and generations. In fact, it's a compact that every generation makes with the one to follow. That compact is uniquely American. It is that we will leave the country better for the generation that follows us. We will leave a better America for our children, for the graduates of our colleges, for all who follow us. A better America, not just richer materially, but better culturally, juster, fairer, stronger. That's the better America that I hope my generation is leaving for you. My parents' generation defeated fascism, came home to build the interstate highway system, start the space program, put a man on the moon, break down racial and religious barriers, and they left my generation a better America. And that's the obligation that each of us has to the next. So I'd like to tell you two short stories. I guarantee they'll be short. About two young men who came to this country from abroad. And they are very different men with very different stories. One is Eduardo Saverin. You may have heard of him because he was one of the co-founders of Facebook. He and Mark Zuckerberg founded Facebook, and both of them made tremendous fortunes in the process. Eduardo came here when he was about 13 years old from Brazil after his family sought safety. They really sought refuge here because they felt they were in danger in Brazil. His father was a successful businessman. They settled in Miami. Eduardo went to Harvard, met Mark Zuckerberg, founded Facebook, which is a truly revolutionary technology, as we all know, bringing people together from all over the world. And he made $2.2 billion. That's billion with a B dollars. And last year, he left. He left the United States to go to Singapore. He renounced his American citizenship. He renounced his American citizenship. He left, went to Singapore so that he wouldn't have to pay taxes on that $2.2 billion and the income he was earning from it. Now, Eduardo was a smart guy, but he would never have been able to make that fortune without the United States and the laws and the freedoms and the opportunities that this nation gave him. But he decided to renounce it. The second story is about a young man named Orlando Morell. And he came to this country under very different circumstances. He came with his mother as a refugee from Haiti. They came on a boat that nearly capsized. He nearly drowned. They were rescued by the United States Coast Guard. And that might have been a happy, wonderful story, except for what followed. His mom learned that she had cancer, and she died. Eduardo was 6 years old, an orphan, and he was adopted by a Haitian woman named Louise Jackson, who raised him while she was serving as a translator for the United States Navy. And Orlando decided when he was a sophomore in high school that he was going to join the organization that saved him and his mom at sea. He enlisted in the United States Coast Guard. He went to the Coast Guard Academy, not far from here. He graduated last year, and he is now on a Coast Guard cutter saving refugees on boats in the Strait off Florida, where he was rescued. He's also interdicting criminals and stopping drug dealing. Orlando decided to stay. He decided to stick around. He made a commitment. He decided to give back. The good news is that there are a lot more people like Orlando that exist in every community in America than there are like Eduardo, who leave and take what they have with them. I chose public service because I was impressed by models of people who stuck around and made that commitment. People who decided not to quit. People who had the perseverance that every one of you did in deciding to complete this degree. People like Paul Gudelski, you've heard his story, and Dorota Klukowski, and Samantha Corsini. Each of them confronted obstacles, and they overcame them, and they've decided to stick around and give back. And of course, Hugh Cox. What a great story of engineering success in private enterprise and then giving back to the community. But I must tell you that I'm worried about my generation, whether we are keeping our side of that compact and agreement. After all, we've asked you to begin this education, and you've heard a couple of the speakers say we have lifelong learners. But in the process of completing your degree, we've asked many of you, not just you who are here today, but many, many other graduates this year and in past years, to go into debt, to accumulate liabilities of tens of thousands of dollars that will burden you for years and years and years and will stop you, many of you, or at least inhibit you, from starting new businesses, from having families, from buying homes. That is unconscionable for this nation, to have burdened you with that kind of debt at the interest rates that we do. And I believe that we ought to give you a way to work it off through public service, through teaching, or health care providing, or any of the other kinds of public service that you might decide to do. Student debt should be forgiven so that we will be a greater America as a result of your freedom and your independence and your standing on your own. And I want to pledge to you, I'm going to be working on that as a member of the United States Senate. Now, I worry also about whether we've kept faith with our veterans. I asked the veterans in the audience to raise their hand. And what you may not know about them is how much they've served and sacrificed for our country and how much this country has promised them, but how little we've done to fulfill that promise. Many veterans, your age, literally your age, in their early 20s, come back to this country and they have unemployment rates that are way higher than the unemployment rates of your contemporaries who haven't served. In fact, some of those unemployment rates are, in some parts of the country, for some demographic groups, are 25, 30, 35% men and women who serve this country and don't have jobs because we haven't given them the skills and the counseling that they need to become productive. They want to work. They need skills to do it. And so I have started a program, or I've introduced a proposal called No Veteran Left Behind when it comes to jobs and health care and counseling and training and homes. We should leave no veteran behind. We should keep faith with them. That is part of the compact that requires us to make sure that we live up to our side of what we have promised to veterans. And I recently learned, I don't know whether any of you know it, but you know, talk about education, the great GI Bill that enables many veterans to seek opportunity at great colleges like this one lasts only for 10 years. There's a 10-year limit. In an age when we are lifelong learners, when many of you have gone back to school 10 years after thinking you weren't ever going to do it, we ought to give the GI Bill to veterans for unlimited lengths of time. It shouldn't be 10 years. It should be forever. So I worry about whether my generation has given yours those promises, has fulfilled those promises, and also whether we have given you the kind of democracy that is independent of those special interests that I see every day in Washington, that is governed by people on the basis of merit, not financial contribution, that respects the will of the majority, not a small minority that is able to dictate because of their financial power. I worry about the health of our democracy. On every one of those promises, we still have work to do. But I want to leave you with one last thought. As a United States Senator, I travel to other parts of the world, and probably many of you have been to more places than I have. I don't know any other place I would rather live. For all the criticism, for all that we may say is failing in our country, we are still the greatest country in the history of the world. And if you ever have any doubt about it, go to the immigration and naturalization ceremonies on a Friday afternoon. They're held in every one of our federal courthouses, and you'll see 70 or so people come into the courtroom with their friends and their neighbors and their family, and with tears in their eyes, celebrating that they are becoming citizens. And I thank them. When I'm there, I thank them for becoming citizens because they enrich and strengthen this country. We are a great country because we are a nation of immigrants and because we celebrate our diversity, and we're counting on you to keep us strong and free. God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. My name is George Eames. I am the chairman of the board of the Middlesex Community College Foundation Board of Directors. And on behalf of the board, I would like to congratulate the class of 2013. I would like to congratulate their parents. And I especially would like to congratulate the faculty and staff of the college sitting on either side of the graduates. This is your finished product. It's a job well done. Congratulations. I am honored to present this year's Pritchett Taylor Scholarship Awards. The scholarship was established by Mary Pritchett and Elizabeth Taylor, and it's awarded to graduates with the highest GPA who have earned at least 30 credits at Middlesex and have attended full-time for at least 2 semesters. put it into simpler words from my alma mater, Boston University, these folks are wicked smart. I can never pull that off. I'm a New York Yankee fan. I just could not do that. I am pleased to present this year's Pritchett Taylor Scholarships. We normally give it to 2 individuals every year, but this year there are 3 winners. And I gotta tell you, to be up here, you're looking at a 3.98, 3.97, you're in that range. Paul Godowski, first of all. Paul. I'll get it back to you. Thank you. Flavia Bird. And Lisa Allen. All right, again, congratulations to everyone tonight and the scholarship winners, and thank you very much.
It's me again. But you know what that means? It's time, okay? It's time. President Wasesha, the faculty and I are pleased and privileged to present to you candidates for the associate degree and certificate from Middlesex Community College. I will introduce groups of candidates by program, ask you to stand at that time, and ask you to walk over to the second podium where you'll be introduced by a member of the faculty or program coordinator. So will candidates for the Associate in Arts and Communication please rise? You will be introduced by Associate Professor Dale Griffith.
Chris, come on up. Our first graduate is Christopher Bushy. Next, we have Anna Lennard. And finally, Julie Tremblay.
Candidates for the Associate in Arts degree in Fine Arts Graphic Design option, please rise. You will be presented by Associate Professor Judith DeGraffenreid.
The students for graphic design are Kimberly Budnick, Ellie Gianelli, Megan Watson, and that's it. Thank you.
Will the candidates for the Associate in Science degree in Accounting please rise? You will be presented by Professor and Program Coordinator Nancy Kelly.
Two of the recipients of the Pritchett Taylor Award were accounting majors, so they're lining up right now. So I'm very proud of them for that. Okay, come on. Katisha Aspelli. It's Kasia. Yes. Lisa Allen. Flavia Bird. John Du Bois. Brooke Harrison. Heidi Jolan will be receiving an accounting degree and also a business administration degree. Renee Lacrosse will also be receiving an accounting degree and a business administration degree. Carolyn Marks will also be receiving an accounting degree and a business administration degree. Luz Marquez. Manuel J. Ray. This young man was seen earlier in his Army dress uniform as part of the color guard. Henry Paul Sorensen. Anna Sanchez. Maureen Thomas. And Rachel Willard.
Will the candidates for the Associate in Science degree in Biotechnology and Biotechnology Forensic Science please stand? You will be introduced by Dr. Patrick Bryan.
Biotechnology with Forensic Science, Purvi Patel. Also Biotechnology with Forensic Science, Nicole Marie Mendez. Halima El Drisi. And Naomi Yadam.
Candidates for the Associate in Science degree in Broadcast Cinema, please stand. You'll be introduced by Professor Richard Lenosi.
Dan Dahlstrom. Tyler Greenbacher. Emily A. Jeffers. Olivia Lank. Heather O'Brien. And Ryan Ouellette.
The candidates for the Associate in Science degree in Criminal Justice, Business Administration, please rise. You'll be presented by Assistant Professor Ben Butau.
Alan Mendia. Lisa A. Gangon. Diamond Indina. Dorota Klukowski. Audrey LaRosa. Peter Charles Lieberman Jr.
Marcos Lozano, Maria N. Ortiz, Walter John Runerman II, Sandra Sobey, Colleen M. Thomas, Maria Toro Vinces, and last is Michael Vesicchio.
Will the candidates for the Associate in Science degree in Criminal Justice please rise? You'll be presented by Dr. Larry Jetmore.
Justine Arce, Jasmine Delgado, Shayla Ellison, Joseph Foster, Jacob Anthony Gradwell, Cassandra Lucas, Amanda Loso, this is your fault, Carol Murphy, Alejandro Nava, Katie M. Newcomb, Mark Novicelli, Christina Ortega, Nicolette Puente, Holly Scoville, Cody Seastrand, Jairo Velasquez,
Candidates for the Associate in Science degree in Early Childhood Education, please rise. You'll be presented by Dr. Ijego Machuku.
Jamie Bro, Aweda Lopez, Janet Ortiz will receive a degree in both early childhood education degree and also certificate. Holly Ramos,
Candidate for the Associate in Science degree in Environmental Science, please rise. And you'll be presented by Assistant Professor Christine Witkowski.
Timothy Siskowski.
Will the candidates for the Associate in Science degree in General Studies please rise? And you'll be introduced by Professor John Schaefer and Dr. Mary Ryapam.
We're going to have one student who was sort of overlooked for the communications degree. Because he was on the color guard. Sam Chichester. Pamela R. Barbie. John Michael Beck, Jr. Hold on a second, I have to get my ring ready here that I have to put these cards on. Okay, Betty L. Berger. Scott K. Blaha. Samantha Nicole Corsini. Great speech, by the way, Samantha. Courtney Brancefort. Courtney Brocafort. Get that right. Victoria Butaro. John Carter III. Candy Copana D'Amico. Leanne De Leon. Amanda Durno. Brittany E. Fitzpatrick. Laura P. Fresher. Jacqueline Giannotti. Amanda Joanne Garrett. Paul Godowski. Ryan Jared Guzman. I'm sure I got that right. Kelsey E. Jacobson. Minar Jalil. Elizabeth Jerzik. Amara Michelle Johnson. Jacqueline Catherine Joslin. Christopher Jump. Selena Cathan. And Selena is earning 2 degrees, both in general studies and health career pathways. Andrew Kenyon. Glenn A. Landgren. Zachary S. Lapidus. Allison D. Loy. And I'm going to introduce now Professor Mary Ryapen.
Barbara Matisse. Bryce McKenzie. Jill Renee Montineri. Mary Ta. Darren O'Brien. Maria Ivelisse Ortiz. Sarah Ramelli. Eden Eve Rivera. Perla Rivera. Maria Melissa Ritza. Corey Ann Robinson. Rebecca Roach. Jennifer M. Rosario. Tanya Marie Rasek Grant. Laura Sexcramella. Tyler Schaffstall. Jamie Lynn Shaw. Thomas James Shea. Jessica A. Sliney. Ranisha Spam. Joseph John Tarallo. Lindsay Ann Wirbicki.
Will the candidates for the Associate in Science degree in Human Services please rise?
Anee Jo Mackenzie Butts. Jessica Elliott. Tanya Erickson. Katrina Gallant Rousseau. Carol Gordon. Jennifer Harris, who is getting her Associates in Human Services as well as her Certificate in Juvenile Justice. Megan Elizabeth Humphrey. Tonya R. Hunter. Melissa Kowalski. Emily Labissiniere. Brittany Lamb. Carolyn Lee. Shayna Owens. Jessica Nieves. Matthew Pombino. And Dan Scarat. Eartha, who's also getting her Certificate in Therapeutic Recreation. Tamara Akita Spivey. Kayleen Weatherall. Oh, let me come. I can come down there, maybe. Hey, you guys. I mean, where's my human services workers helping her here? Margaret Schufer.
The candidates for the Associate in Science degree in Information Systems, please rise. And you'll be presented by Dr. Lynn Lin.
Derek Di Stefano. Florin Konstantin Aleno. Students from Management Information Systems, Scott Batson.
Candidates for the Associate in Science degree in Multimedia, please rise. And you'll be presented by Professor Rick Erickson.
Brittany Breedlove. Carmen C. Brown. Jean-Luc Fortier. Lori O. McCuck. Stephen C. Mazzetta. Steve is also getting a certificate in multimedia web design and development. Duceli Ponce. And Paul Santamaria.
Will the candidates for the Associate in Science degree in Ophthalmic Design and Dispensing please rise? You'll be presented by Professor Raymond Dennis.
Amanda L. Bowen. Clifton J. Brand. Ingrid Vanessa Campos Castro. Justina Maria Kaniewski. Paul Marchinkoski. Danalis Ortiz. Rebecca Marie Reyuski. Julia Enid Rodriguez. Jolie Velasco.
Will the candidates for the Associate in Science degree in Radiologic Technology please rise? You will be presented by Dr. Judy Wallace.
Kathleen French Andrew. Catherine Beebe. James M. Blanche III. Catherine A. Cody. Agnieszka Droz. Jesse Erkson. Ann M. Fisher. Stephanie M. Cusick. Pamela Lancaster. Melanie Ann Masterson. Victoria Ann Nadasky. Nicole M. Okenchowski. Javaria Razak. Elizabeth Rodriguez. Donna Jean Zambrano.
The candidates for the Associate in Science degree in Technology Studies, Manufacturing Machine Technology, please rise. And you'll be introduced by Assistant Professor Hubert Godin.
Floyd Wormsley III. John Wright.
And now, will all candidates for college certificates please rise? For all certificates. If you come forward, you'll be presented by Professor Donna Lianowicz.
Immacula Alson Clark, Certificate in Therapeutic Recreation. Brent Becker, Certificate in Multimedia Web Design and Development. Thomas Aristani, Manufacturing Machine Technology Certificate. Donald S. McNaught III, Manufacturing Machine Technology Certificate. There you go. Matthew Phillips, Manufacturing Machine Technology. Panti Pa Mahata Riyapong, Certificate in Health Careers Management. Chelsea Angelina Madonna, Accounting Assistant Certificate. Who did that? She didn't. She didn't give it to me. Your name, please. Janet Ortiz, Early Childhood Education.
All right, would the graduating class please stand? Yes, it's wonderful. Well, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents for Higher Education and the state of Connecticut, I hereby declare the Associate in Arts degrees, the Associate in Science degrees, and the certificates conferred. Graduates, please move your tassels from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Middlesex Community College class of 2013. All right, now I would ask the graduates to remain standing, but everyone else is welcome to take a seat for just a moment. I'm going to give this class of graduates a charge. So graduates, I charge you to never stop learning. You heard this many times tonight, but we mean it. You can learn from books. You can learn from people around you. You can listen to your own heart and mind and learn a great deal. Now is when you truly commence. The world we are entrusting to you is sublimely complex, and it will take your full attention and an extreme measure of your intellect and creativity to keep it in balance. I charge you to respect and rejoice in what makes each of us unique, to reach out to others, especially those less fortunate than you, and those who may seem different. Keep in mind what one of my heroes, the late Senator Paul Wellstone, said. He said this very often: we all do better when we all do better. I charge you to be active citizens in your communities. Vote. You must absolutely vote, but citizenship is more than voting, and you now have the skills to keep our democracy alive and thriving by participating in it. Do it with a fierce commitment to justice. Do it for everyone's sake. I charge you, each of you, to make a difference, big or small, to leave this world a better place. I thank you for what you've brought to the college, your concern about what's important, your laughter in the hallways, your friendships, and above all, your caring friendships with one another. We wish you well wherever you may go. We will be with you wherever in the world you may land. Middlesex Community College will be your alma mater forever. Now would everyone please stand while we retire the colors.
Retire the colors. Right, face. Right shoulder, up. Forward, push.
This is the loveliest time of night here on this campus. I hope you'll come back often and just watch the sunset.